Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Miss Fierce here from the Fierce Trade House. And as always, this is my weekly analysis. What I usually do, guys, is I just go over the charts as I also prepare mentally for my own trading week. And then I just share this, and for anyone who's interested in just following what I'm looking at, and what, just wondering what my outlook for the new week is. So here we are. So if this is your first time as well, as always, please like and subscribe. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe so that anytime I post new content, you get the videos notifications ASAP. So I'm looking at GJ for starters today because I actually got into this trade on Friday. I'm not even sure why I got into this trade on Friday, but I usually don't trade on Friday, but I got in on like a micro lot of like 0.01. And I think I did that because I think I was just itching to trade. So I just cured my itch and I got into a micro lot trade. And I was also kind of reviewing my trading week, seeing how it went. So some of you know I'm trading a prop account right now. So I actually there are two pairs I normally trade right now. It's NAS, and now with the currencies I am on GJ. So as I'm still growing the account, I realized that NAS is with the limited limitations on the tight parameters on basically prop accounts. Indices can be very aggressive, and you can go into a drawdown very easily. So I decided, as I'm building up the account towards my target, I build up with a currency pair, and then when I get towards near my target, then I can dive in with the indices. So I kind of switched up my strategy of just trading NAS alone, specifically for the prop account. So that's why I've been looking at GJ since last week. Someone was asking me to tell them whether I've withdrawn. No, not yet. I'm not trading this account aggressively. I'm literally just, taking my time. There's no rush. I already passed the challenge, so there's no rush to get to this finish line. So yeah. But I'm making good progress. I'm happy about that. These are some trades I looked at this week. This was a trade I took on GJ, and you can just see these are my markings, and it went pretty nicely. This actually surpassed my target of 60 pips. And I was actually just targeting the imbalance here, and I got out of that. Went really well. And then GJ started dropping. So this was on the 27th. So I think GJ began climbing at the beginning of the week, if I'm not wrong. So we opened literally on the Sunday. So Sunday, 24th, right? We kind of consolidated, we pushed up, but we've literally just been bullish. And then towards the mid of the week, we began to break down. Now, I was kind of bullish. I was actually anticipating that we would just keep climbing. But also we took out liquidity here for the 19th of July. We took out this 19th of July high. So the pullback was actually anticipated, though I actually thought that we would go up. But I only wanted to jump in on Thursday to continue riding it up. But I always know that sometimes towards the end of the week, the trend tends to change. So I took my profit, and then we can see price now literally broke down that evening. I think this was on Tuesday eve. Was this Wednesday evening? New York session, and then it broke down over the New York session into the Asian. We can see there was consolidation at some point in the Asian, just pre-London. Then during London, we kind of manipulated higher, but then we began to sell. So this was a really nice trade because I bought the market, and then I had put a pending order here for a sell, and it actually sold to my target, which was quite nice. I didn't think that it would break through. I'll be honest with you. That's why I put my parameter here, just at this imbalance. I actually thought it would just bounce off, but then I guess with this breakdown here, this was an indication that price, any of the previous pre-London, pre-New York, price was looking like it wants to break down. Yeah. So we see that it broke down all of Thursday. And then on Friday, was it Friday? I think that was the 28th. No, that was on Thursday. So on Thursday, we saw a bit of a pullback. But when we're in then we dropped. So I kind of felt like this was an accumulation zone. And I felt like we had done what we needed to do. When I looked left, I didn't see any reason for price to keep on going down. So again, I was itching to trade on a Friday. I had quite a quiet trading week. So I got into this nicely. It did pull back, didn't quite hit my stop. So I told myself, you know what, I'm not going to jump out of this trade. If it pulls back and hits my stop of 20 pips, I'm on a micro lot of 0.01. So I don't mind losing $2. But this is really my target. So I'm hoping that GJ will push up towards this level here, 163.900 at the very least, and possibly into this imbalance still lying above here. And that's why I put my target at 200 points, pips there. So that's GJ. So I'm going to see how it opens up Sunday open. I may change my bias depending on how I see the market opening, because I actually thought that we would climb in the New York or Friday, but we didn't, right? So we just consolidated, pulled back a bit back into my entry, and then you're just slightly above that. So yeah, so I'm kind of bullish, but let's look at it from the weekly perspective. So on the weekly, we are kind of looking bearish, okay, I must say. But we have taken out liquidity. So I'm still, you see these points levels that I had marked out, I'm still kind of biased. I still want to see GJ push up, right? Yeah, but we have broken down kind of, and this is where we are at in the weekly. So maybe, I felt, we tapped into the order block here, rejected off of that zone. I was hoping we would tap into 165 to 74. Was it 165? Actually, 160. I was hoping we tag into 167.950. That didn't happen here. We broke down. So that's that. So I'm just gonna watch it. I'm still bullish, but just we know anything can happen. We have taken out liquidity on the daily, so I'm still kind of like, okay, though we are looking bearish. We're beginning to look bearish on the daily, so I won't be surprised if we break lower. Yeah, so if I'm stopped out, that's cool, guys. I'll definitely look at something else, but I would really love for price to just push up and then continue down. But we may see price, because we have pending liquidity here on the daily, we may see price just breaking down, because we did break structure here, we took out liquidity. So yeah, yeah, I'm still like really would want to see price just push up, okay, and then now continue down, take out liquidity above, but 50-50, because we broke structure on the daily, we could continue lower before we see the pullback. That's a possibility, right? But so two things again, just to recap. I'm bullish. I'm hoping that we may continue to push up, but just going by how we closed on Friday, potentially maybe there's still weakness in the market. But because we took out liquidity, I'm expecting a reaction back to the upside. Like that's really what, and maybe fill out this order block here, this bearish order block. But if not, and we open lower, then chances are we'll pull back a bit later in the week. And maybe we'll be targeting these levels that are marked here, the 155.729. So on the upside, I'm looking at 165.710, 167.963. On the downside, I'm looking at 155.729. So it's just going to depend on how the Sunday market opens, okay? Because we're smack in the middle of this range here. This range here, we're smack in the middle. So it could go either way, okay? But I'm bullish. So let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD is looking a bit more clearer than GJ on the bullish front of things. We're on the daily time frame here. The weekly giving me the same vibes, although we rejected off of an order block. Even if we pull back, I still want to see this price push up, right? Because literally we've taken out liquidity here. I wouldn't mind seeing price just open higher, right? On the weekly, daily, targeting same levels marked out last week. Bit of an indecision, bit of fight here. We did strike an imbalance, so potential to reject off of that. But I'm bullish, okay? I'm just seeing bullish structure in GU. Let's look at USD JPY. Yeah, we can see, actually, this is perfect. And I think I said this last week. We tapped into this fair value gap, we dropped, we broke structure, and we continued to drop last week. And that was actually what I was anticipating. So now we're back at a bullish order block here, this level here. Potentially, we could pull back, tap into that imbalance and continue. But USD JPY is currently looking bearish, right? So let me look at AUD. USD could be looking like GU. Yeah, we have imbalances above. We have a bit of liquidity above. Yeah, we are at an interesting level. Okay, smack in the middle of this range here. So again, it could go either way, but I'm bullish. I'm literally looking at this as a reversal. We took out highs here in intermediary highs, and I'm just looking like we're just going to keep on. So at least I want us to take out the high of 0.70682 and maybe get to 0.7096 or 0.71448 at the most. Okay, so that would be about, not much, about 153 pips. That's really what I'm thinking. But let's see how the market opens, guys. So I'm bullish on that as well. That's my bias. It could go either way. That's it. So let me look at euro pair. So I guess euro pair, USD pairs are just looking the same. So yeah, technically we have liquidity upside, looking bullish. That has been my bias anyway for euro USD since we took out liquidity and filled up that gap. So we have loads of liquidity sitting above any imbalances and targets. So my chart remains the same, guys, as you can see. This would be a long target. Short target would be anywhere 1.04148 or I guess this was the weekly order block. So yes, get into the weekly order block there. Let me just, yeah. So that will be a long target at around 1.04718. Yeah. So yeah, okay, bullish. Daily looks more bullish than the weekly does. Yeah, but we could consolidate for a while before we actually break to the upside. Yeah, but we'll wait and see how the Sunday opens. But I am bullish on USD base pairs, right? So let me now look at gold. I haven't traded gold in a while, but I do look at it quite some. And yes, gold is bullish. We took out structure here and here. And we're just looking like we may want to target the 1772.803. That's about 72 pips. I guess once we tap into that, we may pull back and then continue. So I'll probably because I don't trade on Sunday night, I'll probably wait and see what happens by Monday London session, see how that goes. But this could be reverse to continue. So it's definitely looking bullish, but there's potential to reverse to the downside before continuing to the upside. I mean, that's the logical way I'm looking at it. Alternatively, we could just reject off of this zone because this is literally a very interesting level here. So this, if we push up, there's likelihood we will just push up and then pull away, right? So that would be the move. Push up, pull away, push up, pull away. Yeah, pull away so that we can look for a nice lower entry below here to continue to the upside. So let me now look at the indices. So let me look at NAS. NAS 100. I think because of the broker I'm using to trade on the prop firm, FindCurrency.com has the closest pricing. So I used to use Pepperstone's charts, but I'm looking at currency.com. And NAS. So NAS literally did what it needed to do. And I think I talked about this in my class. Let me just go in my Wednesday class. I did tell guys that we would get to this level here. I had marked it out. This was my weekly target. I think I talked about this during class. NAS pushed up and literally we've been very bullish. So we took out this high, pulled back to get a nicer entry down here. We cleared an imbalance down there. And then I believe on Friday, we began the journey to the upside. So this target was hit, as you can see. But what is it looking like for next week? There is potential to keep driving higher, okay? But we may pull back because we've just taken out liquidity. So I'm anticipating possibly there'll be a pullback before we continue. But generally, it's looking interesting. Sorry, guys, I'm sniffing a bit at the sniffles. The sun is out, but indoors is a bit chilly. So after this, I think I just want to go out into the sun and just, yeah. So NAS. We are at an order block of sorts. There's potential to keep pushing higher, at least to the maybe 113,582 level, 13,600 levels, 590 levels. There's potential, but there's also potential to pull away because we've just taken out the high of 30th of May, which is like the monthly high, the monthly previous high. But I'm bullish. So whatever happens when market opens, I'm just going to be looking for either a pullback to jump in at around anywhere near 12,709 level, or maybe even lower. Let's see. Yeah, 12,670 level, may possibly pull back there, but I'm still kind of bullish. I still feel there's loads of things to do up here, but we are at an order block, so there's possibility we're going to reject first before we see the continuation to the upside. So let me look at US 30 and we can call it a wrap. So US 30, you can see my zones are maxed out already. I'm targeting this level of 33,508 thereabouts. So once we get there, I'm a happy camper, guys. US 30 has been bullish, at least from Tuesday, Wednesday. From Wednesday, it was bullish. Actually, most of the month has been bullish. So other than this couple of days where we pulled back, but last week was generally, we opened bearish, but I think we're just clearing out imbalances below and setting ourselves up for the buy. So We are at an order block as well. So potential to react off of this zone is high. So again, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. We may see a reaction to the downside before we continue to the upside. But this is a long target. Like I said, 13,508. Was it 13,508? Okay, actually, no, it's 33, sorry, 491 or 33,508, I think, on the weekly, just looking like that. Yeah, that's my target, guys. But wait to see what happens. We're at an order block, so price may pull back, and then we continue on the upside. Yes. So guys, I'm looking, the week is looking generally bullish for most of the pairs. The question always is when will the push up continue, or from where will it continue? Will it pull back first, or will it just open bullish? But I hope whatever I've shared in this quick video is helpful. And yeah, I just want to wish you guys a happy week ahead, trading week ahead. I know here in Kenya in a couple of days, I think just this week, we have this week for trading. The previous week, the following week, we're going to have our country's elections. So I want to just wish you guys safety and security during this period, especially it tends to be very tense. But let's keep trading. Thankfully, the markets don't close even when we are trying to elect a new president. So yeah. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and see you soon. Bye-bye.